Monday, January 8, 2018. Please call the roll.
Trustee Husk.
Here.
Trustee Valdez. Trustee Wallace.
Here.
Trustee Butler. Trustee Nichols.
Here.
Mayor Hill.
Here. Let the record show a quorum is present. Would you all please rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Any additions, deletions, or corrections to the agenda? If not, is there a motion to approve?
I'll move.
Motion by
Second.
Trustee Wallace, second by Trustee Husk. We have a motion and a second. Any questions, corrections, clarifications? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The agenda is approved as written. We have our public hearing meeting minutes from December 11, 2017. Any corrections or clarifications there? If not, is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
By Trustee,
Second.
had to be Scott, right?
Yep. The only one down here tonight.
As long as that
Motion by
vacation.
Trustee Nichols, second by Trustee Wallace. Have a motion and a second. Any questions, corrections, clarifications? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, those are approved. We had the December 11th council meeting minutes also for approval. Any corrections or clarifications there? If not, is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Motion by Trustee Husk,
Second.
second by Trustee Nichols. We have a motion and a second. Any corrections, clarifications? Again, hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Those are approved. Tonight, we have expenditures of $948,724.53. Some of those larger items there are healthcare, which is very expensive nowadays, a little over $118,000. Our CLC Joint Action Water Agency bill, a little over $130,000. That's for Fresh Lake Michigan Water. And our insurance renewal, a little over $209,000. There's a lot of other bills in there besides those. The staff all reviewed them, the board have all reviewed them. Any of the board have any questions on those? If not, is there a motion to approve? Motion by Trustee Wallace,
Second.
second by Trustee Nichols. We have a motion to second. Any questions? Questions, corrections, clarifications? Please call the roll.
Trustee Nichols.
Aye.
Trustee Husk.
Aye.
Trustee Wallace.
Aye.
Mayor Hill.
Aye. That's approved. We have no ratifications tonight, so we'll move on to our committee reports. Any trustees have any committee reports?
Not tonight.
Mayor, I don't have, but I'd just like to remind everyone that Saturday, January 20th at 7:30, Infinity, the Journey Tribute Band, is going to be at the Civic Center. I want to encourage everyone to come out. $10 admission fee, general admission, and you can buy the tickets early online.
Terrific. Yeah, they're a great band. We've had them out here many times. They really put on a great performance. For $10, can't beat the price.
No.
Any other reports? Okay. On our mayor's report, we only have one item, recognition of School Choice Week. We'd have our clerk please read that.
Whereas all children in the village of Round Lake Beach should have access to the highest quality education possible, and whereas Village of Round Lake Beach recognizes the important role that an effective education plays in preparing all students in the Village of Round Lake Beach to be successful adults, and whereas quality education is critically important to the economic vitality of the Village of Round Lake Beach, and whereas the Village of Round Lake Beach is home to a multitude of high-quality public and non-public schools from which parents can choose for their children, in addition to families who educate their children in the home. And whereas educational variety not only helps to diversify our economy, but also enhances the vibrancy of our community. And whereas the Village of Round Lake Beach has many high-quality teaching professionals in all types of school settings who are committed to educating our children. And whereas School Choice Week is celebrated across the country by millions of students, parents, educators, schools, and organizations to raise awareness of the need for effective educational options. Now therefore, I, Mayor Richard H. Hill, do recognize January 21st to 27, 2018 as the Village of Round Lake Beach School Choice Week, and I call this observance to the attention of all of our citizens.
We have a motion to approve.
So moved.
Motion by Trustee Husk,
Second.
second by Trustee Wallace. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That's approved. Thank you. Is there a clerk's report tonight?
No, there is not, thank you.
Okay, move on to our items of business then. We have item A, is a resolution approving a contribution to Lake County Opioid Task Force. Opioids, as we know, are killing many friends and family. They're very addictive and way too easy to get. We need to support the Way Out program that was put together in Lake County here. It's a great program, lets people that are involved in drugs go to the police and try and find a way out of the problem without being prosecuted for it. They provide they really want to do that, and there's not other issues that we need to be concerned about. So it's up to the police department if they allow them into the program, but it can definitely help a lot of people. Also, the underage drinking program is also being run by the same organization. So what we're looking at doing is giving a contribution of $3,500 to them this year. They didn't get their federal grant. Hopefully next year they'll get the federal grant again. But we want to make sure this program stays in place and keeps on helping residents throughout the county. And it's not just us that's kicking money in, it's all the different villages in the whole county here that they're asking for money to help out with the programs. Any questions by the board? Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Motion by trustee Wallace, second by trustee Nichols. We have a motion and a second. Any questions? Please call the roll.
Trustee Wallace.
Aye.
Trustee Nichols.
Aye.
Trustee Husk.
Aye.
Mayor Hill.
Aye. That's approved. Item B is an ordinance adopting a policy prohibiting sexual harassment for the village of Round Lake Beach. We've always prohibited sexual harassment and any kind of harassment in our village. New state law, though, requires us to pass this ordinance stating so that we've adopted that. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Is that Chuck? Motion by trustee Husk, second by trustee Nichols. I'm not sure why it's harder, there's only three of you guys here. This should be easier. We have a motion and a second. Any questions? Please call the roll.
Trustee Wallace.
Aye.
Trustee Nichols.
Aye.
Trustee Husk.
Aye.
Mayor Hill.
Aye. That's also approved. Item C is a resolution approving an amendment to the agreement with Community Champions. This basically is the name change. The purpose of the amendment is to assign Community Champions Corporation's interest in the agreement in whole to Property Registration Champions LLC. Just a little minor change, still the same agreement, everything else is going to be the same. But it's one of those little housekeeping issues we have to take care of. Any questions by the board? Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Motion by trustee Wallace,
Second.
second by trustee Nichols. We have a motion and a second. Any questions? Please call the roll.
Trustee Nichols.
Aye.
Trustee Husk.
Aye.
Trustee Wallace.
Aye.
Mayor Hill.
Aye. That's also approved. Item D is a resolution approving the intergovernmental agreement with the Round Lake Area Library District. The village is the owner of several card catalog units, and the library district desires to borrow and use 6 units to hold materials for its new seed library. We've always cooperated with all the other municipal organizations in our area here. We have no use for them at the moment, so we're gonna have an agreement that they can use them till further notice. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Motion by trustee Nichols,
Second.
second by trustee Husk. We have a motion and a second. Any questions? Please call the roll.
Trustee Nichols.
Aye.
Trustee Husk.
Aye.
Trustee Wallace.
Aye.
Mayor Hill.
Aye. That's also approved. Item E is a resolution approving a meter reading service agreement between the Village of Round Lake Beach and Rickman Contract Services. Unfortunately, our meter reading company owner is retiring and closing his company. We found this new company through a network of governmental agencies and businesses. We actually found several different ones that we got quotes from, and Rickman came with the best contract, actually just a little bit cheaper than what we're paying right now, but very similar, and provide the same service. Any questions by the board? Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Motion by trustee Wallace,
Second.
second by trustee Nichols. We have motion and a second. Any questions? Please call the roll.
Trustee Husk.
Aye.
Trustee Wallace.
Aye.
Trustee Nichols.
Aye.
Mayor Hill.
Aye. That's also approved. And item F, an ordinance creating section 215.4 of the Round Lake Beach zoning ordinance regarding accessory structures and corner side yards. Our ordinance is a little bit ambiguous for corner lots and defining front yards. The ordinance clarifies that corner lots basically have 2 front yards facing both streets. Section 215.4.2 reads, "No accessory structure or use shall be permitted in any front yard except those Class 3 structures listed under Section 215.1(5), and Section 215.1(6). Also then, no accessory structure shall be permitted in any corner side yard except those Class 3 structures listed under Section 215.1(1). I'm sorry, that one's stricken. Section 215.1(5) and Section 215.1(6). Decks shall be permitted in the front yard or corner side yard, only if the principal structure does not have a rear exit. Any questions by the board? Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Motion by trustee Husk,
Second.
second by trustee Nichols. We have a motion and a second. Any questions? Please call the roll.
Trustee Husk.
Aye.
Trustee Wallace.
Aye.
Trustee Nichols.
Aye.
Mayor Hill.
Aye. That's also approved. That was our last item of business. We do not have any executive session tonight. So at this time, it's open to public participation. If you have a question or comment for the board, please come to the microphone. State your name and address for the record, and either state your comment or ask your question. Well, thank you all for being here tonight. Well, as I said, we don't have any executive session, so we have no action on those items. Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved. Second.
Motion by trustee Nichols, second by trustee Wallace. We have motion and second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? We're adjourned. Thank you.